just show you one more time as to the collections which we have. So this post dim collection is having these 5 records, as you can see. ID1, ID2. ID1 has 2 posts, and ID4 is having 1, and ID2 is having 1 posts each. Now the raw table is the incoming data from the source system. So ID1 has made some modification to his initial post with this description, okay? And the new user with an ID 03 has created his first post. So as I was referring, we have to get the lookup out of it, right? Okay, so let's do it. So this is the lookup functionality which lets us look up between different collections. So as you can see, lookup, we have used postdim as the target collection, and from post raw as the lookup table we have the local field, which is postgre rows, which is post raw local fields. Foreign fields is again the same. Creator ID is mapped to post dim, that is the local field. Foreign fields is from this lookup table. We're giving an alias, and we'll come to this logic here later point in time, but as of now we're just projecting all the items, and let's see. So if we run this query, we will get to see that only the matched items, that means CR001, is getting this lookup data. CR002, there is no matched item from the lookup table, so it's blank. Again, for 1, we have only kept the creator ID as the only field, not a post ID. So we should have kept both post ID as well as the creator ID, because these are the 2 unique fields, combination of these 2. So ideally this value should not have come to this particular record, but due to our logic, the lookup on creator ID has also come up. This we need to take care of it. And of course for 04 there is nothing. One thing which we need to take care here is how do we merge this post dim, that is the main table, with the lookup data which we are getting in post raw. So I will just show you how to do that. Now that we have got the lookup data, we can see that the new record, which is with the creator ID 03, is not being displayed in the lookup. That's because we have used the main target as a left outer join. In our DBMS, it's just like a left outer join, but we would require an outer join full auto join to merge the records between the two collections, right? So let's do it. Okay, so this is the merge functionality, wherein we'll be merging post raw, which is the lookup table, into this target table, main table, and we are again mapping it based on the creator ID, which is wrong, I know, but we will demonstrate on how to act on perform join. But as of now, we're going with only one key. Let's see how it works. We are specifying this clause here, saying when matched, we should replace, when unmatched, we should insert. That means it should consider the new record as well, that is, the creator ID with 03, right? Let's enter and let's see what it throws, right? Okay, so we are getting an error with an error message saying cannot find index to verify that join fields will be unique, in which we should notice is that this ID column, right, this is unique for every record. Whenever we insert anything, we can manipulate this column obviously with our own custom values, as ID equals to 1 and equals to 2. But ideally, since it is a system generated field, we should not touch this one. Rather, we should have our own custom keys, which we have already defined, but we have not imposed any constraints on these columns, right? That's why it's saying that there is no index. These columns are not indexed. In fact, it's not able to find that index. So even if we would have specified an ID column here on fields, then also it would not have thrown any error, but the problem is it would not be able to update the records. It will treat them as new records because the ID columns are all different for all the records we have. We're in post raw and post dim table, right? So before doing this operation of merging or any lookups, it's always, for merging of course it's mandatory to create indexes on the specific columns or the fields in a collection. So let's do that. So to create indexes, we'll use the create index function, and we are given creator ID as the index column. Now we have creator ID being indexed, right? So this is being treated as unique now. But is it correct? It is not, because creator ID can be multiple. A combination of creator ID and post ID should be unique, right? So we'll have to modify that again. So let's do that. MTB create index, comma, post ID. Which one? So we have two indexes now, right? Similarly, we will do it for the posting. Correct? Okay. Now once this is done, we will again try to do the merge operation again. Just like this one. And see what it gives. Same error. Well, we have given two names while we were creating the indexes, right? Creator ID and post ID. But actually the index name is a combination of both these. Here 1 refers to sorting the items ascending, -1 refers to sorting the items in descending, and this post ID and creator ID and post ID will be combined along with the numbers. Similarly, if we check the stats for the raw table, we're going to see that in the raw table we have created one ID, which is the creator ID. Along with that, we have created one more because we have inserted twice, created the index twice, right? So that's why our merge operation did not work, because it did not find any creator ID on the post. We have a compound index, right, on creator ID and post ID, these two columns, as you can see here, it's added. So in that case, what we can do is, while merging, we can specify a combination of both these two, and let's see what it gives us. Here we go. So we have got an error message saying merge failed to update the matching document. Why? The reason is it has tried to update the ID column as well. Now ID column is an immutable field. In any programming language like Java, Scala, etc., you will find some keywords like final, val in Scala. When you are making a variable final in Java, it cannot be modified. So that is immutable. Field cannot be modified. Now what is that workaround in that case? Let's see. So how do we do that? Yep. We will have to project the columns which we intend to update. As you can see here, a projected ID equals to 0, that means we are not updating it. We are just using the values which are available in the dimension table, in the target dimension table mostly. It is the posting. Creator ID, post ID, creator name, these fields will be updated. Let's see. Yeah. So now that we have done it, we should go and see whether the records are available, updated or not. Okay, so as you can see, 003 is updated, is a new record, right? And one more update which we'll have to notice is with this field. modify my first post. Create ID 0101. This is what we had in the raw table, right? Yep, here you can see. Here if you see the ID column from the raw table is this one. So for the new record, it has taken the ID column from the source. For the old record, it has not changed the ID version. It remains the same as it was in the target table. Right? So this is how we can implement the upset logic, and it's a very important function. Thanks, friends.